Okay, hi folks, this is part 2 of your catalogue settings. I ended that video slightly early by accident, so here we are with part 2. We were discussing backups for Lightroom. Now, we still don't have any images in this catalogue. They will appear once we do an import in the next tutorial, but we will talk about backups. So now, because we've changed those catalogue settings and we've told Lightroom to back up each time we exit, if I now go to File and Exit, or hit Control and Q, I now get a box which I longed for a long time, because sometimes you try to escape Lightroom, you think, oh, I just wanted to do something, and now you have the choice to cancel the escape. But we want to tick, yes, I do want to quit. And if you never want to see this message again, all you have to do is tick this little box here, don't show me again. But I'm going to say, yes, we want to quit. Now when we quit, we get this little box pops up, and this is going to ask you if and where you want to back up your Lightroom catalogue. So this catalogue is sitting in my user file in my documents, and it's called, if we look up here, brand new training catalogue. It's going to attempt to put the backups into that same folder, but we don't want that to happen. If you have an external hard drive, I would advise that you would do a backup onto a different system. You can every now and then do a backup onto this PC, but if you can choose to put those backups somewhere else, then I would choose to do so from here. We are just going to put them into, allow Lightroom to put them into this folder for the time being, because this is just a training catalogue. As your catalogue gets a little bit bigger, I would recommend that you leave, if you want to escape and you want to back up and you want it backed up quickly, then untick these boxes. But I would just recommend that you leave these boxes ticked, and Lightroom will test the integrity and optimize the catalogue after backing it up. So I would leave those ticked if you can. But if you want to escape, you've got a big catalogue full of images and you want to do a quick backup, then you can untick these boxes and then tick them, re-tick them the next time that you come to backup. So if I select backup now, then it will run through and it'll do a quick backup of my catalogue. Okay, so I've come into my folders on my hard drive, and here is my brand new training catalogue folder, which is where I told it to put the backups. Presumably you've chosen somewhere else. So I double click and open this up. This is the backup here, and it's a zipped backup, so they zip them now, so they take up a lot less space on your hard drive. But you do eventually want to go, you would end up having a full folder, full list of these, so you do want to end up going in there, doing a bit of housekeeping and just keeping the last 3 or 4. It's worth intermittently opening one of those zip folders and going into them and making sure that the catalogue that you have backed up has backed up correctly. So when we talk about renaming a catalogue, just going to open this up a little bit and drag this along. This is where you would rename your catalogue. This little icon here, this is the actual catalogue itself. So I could either choose to click onto my little Lightroom icon if I had one down here, or I can come into this folder and double click onto this icon here, and that will open up my most recent catalogue. This catalogue in particular. If I wanted to rename this catalogue, I would have to rename this and any of the IR data folders, and I would have to name them in exactly the same way that I renamed this one here. So if I rename this to Mary's new training catalogue, then I would have to rename this folder to Mary's new training catalogue helper.ira, and this one would be Mary's new training catalogue previews dot, and you must leave the dot Lightroom data on the end of those names, and that's all you need to do to rename a Lightroom catalogue that you've got going. Okay, thanks folks, I hope you enjoyed this, and yes, they are pretty straightforward videos, but they're important things to get right. It doesn't matter whether you've been using Lightroom for a while or you're just starting with Lightroom now. These will give you a good foundation for moving forward and importing your images and then going on to do future edits. Good housekeeping is an important part of a good workflow. Okay, thank you, and we'll speak soon.